Sarah had always been drawn to old things, so when she inherited her grandmother's Victorian house on Hawthorne Lane, she was ecstatic.
The house is a treasure trove of antique furniture, dusty portraits, and forgotten trinkets.
Among all the treasures, one stood out, a massive, ornately framed mirror in the upstairs hallway. Its silver backing was aged, dotted with dark spots that resembled ink stains. Sarah found herself drawn to it, captivated by its faded elegance and the secrets it seemed to hold. Sarah shook her head, attributing the apparition to her imagination. She tried to convince herself it was just a trick of the light, a figment of her stressed mind. The old house was full of shadows and strange noises. Every creak and groan seemed to whisper secrets, making her feel like she was never truly alone. But deep down, a seed of unease had been planted. No matter how much she tried to ignore it, the feeling of being watched lingered. As the days turned into weeks, Sarah couldn't shake off the memory of the face in the mirror. It haunted her dreams and crept into her thoughts during the day.
Then it happened again. This time it was even more unsettling. I was rushing past the mirror one afternoon when something made me stop. A chill ran down my spine and I felt compelled to look. This time, when I looked into the mirror, the face was clearer. It was as if she was trying to communicate with me, her eyes filled with a desperate plea. It was the same young woman, her features pale and drawn, her eyes pleading. She seemed more real, more present, as if she could step out of the mirror at any moment.
The figure in the mirror didn't speak, but seemed to reach out, her fingers pressing against the glass. It was as if she was trapped, begging for release. Terror gripped Sarah's heart as she stumbled back, knocking into a small table and sending a vase crashing to the floor. The sound echoed through the house, amplifying her fear. Sarah couldn't ignore it any longer. The eerie feeling had been growing stronger each day. The face in the mirror haunted her dreams, a constant reminder of something unresolved. She felt a strange connection to the spectral woman, as if their fates were intertwined. There was a sense of responsibility to uncover the mystery that had been buried for so long. She began spending hours in the attic, surrounded by the dust of forgotten memories, sifting through old photo albums, letters, and legal documents, hoping to find a clue.
Days turned into weeks, and my search yielded little more than frustration. I felt like I was chasing shadows, finding nothing concrete. Just when I was about to give up hope, feeling utterly defeated, I stumbled upon a small, leather-bound diary hidden in a corner. The diary belonged to my great-great-grandmother, also named Sarah, a name that now felt like destiny.
As Sarah devoured the faded entries, she felt a deep connection to the past. A story began to unfold, a story that had been waiting to be told for generations. It was a tale of love, betrayal, and a broken heart that echoed through time. Her ancestor wrote of a forbidden romance, a love that defied societal norms, and a fear that she wouldn't live to see another sunrise, a fear that now haunted Sarah too.
A cold dread filled Sarah as she realized the truth. The ghostly figure in the mirror was her own ancestor, trapped within its depths.
Desperate for answers, Sarah continued poring over the diary. She discovered an entry describing a hidden room behind the mirror in the hallway.
Heart-pounding, Sarah went to the hallway and examined the mirror. Following the instructions in the diary, she found a hidden latch beneath the ornate frame. With a click, a section of the wall swung inward, revealing a small, dusty room. There, amidst cobwebs and forgotten relics, Sarah found the silver locket. Suddenly, she understood. Her ancestor had been murdered, betrayed by the man she loved and left to languish in the shadows. Sarah knew what she had to do. She had to help her ancestor find peace. The diary mentioned a ritual to release a trapped spirit.
That night, under the pale glow of a full moon, Sarah stood before the antique mirror. She held the silver locket in her hand.
"You were betrayed," Sarah whispered, "but you are not forgotten."
She spoke of her ancestor's tragic love story and the betrayal that led to her demise. With a deep breath, Sarah raised the silver locket and hurled it at the mirror's surface. The crash was deafening, echoing through the empty halls. The mirror shattered into 1,000 pieces, shards of glass raining down on the floor, each fragment reflecting a moment of the past. From the heart of the shattered glass, a blinding white light erupted, filling the hallway with an almost otherworldly glow. Sarah shielded her eyes, watching in awe as the light coalesced into the form of the woman from the mirror, her great-great-grandmother. But gone was the sorrow, the despair that had haunted her for so long. In its place was a serene smile, a look of profound peace that radiated from her very being.
"Thank you," the ghostly figure whispered, her voice like a gentle breeze.
And with that, she faded away, dissolving into motes of light that danced in the air before vanishing. The house, once heavy with sadness and memories of the past, now felt lighter, as if a great burden had been lifted. Sarah knew that the story of her great-great-grandmother would forever be etched in her heart, a poignant reminder of the enduring power of love and the importance of facing the shadows of the past with courage and compassion.